Lately, a lot of people have been asking, what is it, Josh? Did little Timmy fall down the well again? What they haven't been asking is, well, how the heck do you get started on that there Chapman Stick? So I figured I'd break it down and, basically explain the basics on how to get started on the Chapman Stick. So the short answer on how to get started on the Chapman Stick is the internet. But you know that since you're on the internet watching this video and you are looking to get started on the Chapman Stick. The long answer is a little bit more complicated, but a lot more fun, and generally the point of musicianship, I suppose. I mean, the question then kind of becomes, why does anybody get started on any instrument? And the answer is usually their parents made them. But this is not one of those instruments. This is one of those instruments where it's like, okay, I gotta do that, so I'm gonna. So this video is geared toward the absolute beginner. Maybe you just got yourself a Chapman Stick and are waiting for it to arrive, or maybe you've been on YouTube sifting through video after video saying to yourself, man, I'd love to get one of those. So I guess the first question is, what is it? Well, I don't think that there's an official type of instrument that the Chapman Stick is, although the tap guitar seems to make the most sense to me. It is an evolution of the guitar, and you play it by tapping. So it's a tap guitar, I think. So all of the Chapman Sticks are made by Stick Enterprises, a company based out in California. There are a bunch of different models. There's one with 10 strings, there's one with 12 strings, there's one with 8 strings, there's one that's just a bass, there's one that they collaborated with Nick Steinberger of Steinberger Guitars, and that is primarily a bass. There's one that takes the bass out of it and just has 10 strings, and there's one that takes the bass out of it and has 12 strings. And also each model has a myriad of different tunings. So the one that I have now is a 10-string regular stick made out of bamboo with matched reciprocal tuning. Take a look. Pretty, right? So I'll get to what the tuning means, matched reciprocal, in a little bit, but first I want to break down all the parts of the stick. So you've got your headstock and your tuning keys. You've got your fully adjustable nut and your muting felt. You've got your fret rails and your strings. You've got the strap and the strap lock. You've got your pickup block and your bridge. You've got the belt hook and you've got the truss rod. So now that you know what all the parts are, it's time to play. But wait, Josh, you might say. I don't know how to wear it, you might say. Well, I'll show you. So remember what I said about the strap and the belt hook? Well, you're going to take the strap and put your right arm and your head through it. Personally, I prefer the part hanging off to be behind me. You're then going to take the belt hook and hook it to your belt. Like so. Personally, I feel the most comfortable when the Chapman Stick is at a height in which the strap lock can hit me in the chin. You can also sit down with it, so long as you've got something to place the belt hook on that also goes across your legs. Honestly, I find that the best item for that is a Vic Firth American Classic 7A drumstick. Alright, so remember those two words I said earlier about my tuning? Matched reciprocal? Well, basically that means that my strings are tuned to the same notes corresponding on either side, just in different octaves. So from the 12th fret, from this kind of mini fret here, I have E, A, D, G, C, and then on the other side is E, A, D, G, C, all over again. And I really like this tuning. I mean, I haven't had a lot of experience with any other kind of tunings, but I really like this tuning because it's just really easy. You only have one map to memorize in terms of mapping out the fretboard. But you can apply it in so many different ways because you can kind of learn the map in one way and then learn the map in the other way and put them both on either side. Works out really well. So now you can start tapping. So what you're trying to do is take the very tip toe of your finger and using that, pushing the string down into the fret rail. Alright, so you comfy yet? No? Great. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to take your thumbs and you will find on the back of the stick these kind of slants. And that's a great place to rest your thumbs. You don't have to, but I find that that's a great base of operation for me. Just keep in mind, the Chapman Stick, and really any instrument, is a skill, and a skill takes time to cultivate. You know, just like talking, you know, you weren't born with the ability to speak. You had to learn it. Took you like 2-3 years, depending on who you are and the conditions that you grew up in. Well, it's the same thing with anything like this. Just be patient, take your time, and put in the legwork, and you'll do just great. And that's pretty much it for the basics. So, you know, if you'd like to know more, you can check out my other videos, or there are other guys that put up videos as well. And check those out, they're very informative. And beyond that, have a great time, and keep exploring.